Two of the most stealthy aircraft in the world, B-2 Spirit nuclear-capable bombers and F-22 Raptor fighter jets, have now together completed a first-of-its-kind training exercise. The B-2 Spirit stealth bombers from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri have flown to Joint Base Pearl Harbor-Hickman on the island of Oahu, Hawaii, and made it their new home. The B-2s have till now operated only from 4 bases: Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, Anderson Air Force Base on Guam, Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean, and RAF Fairford in the United Kingdom. F-22 Raptor fighter jets from the Hawaii Air National Guard have joined the B-2s for several training missions in the region. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how U.S. military plans to deploy B-2 Spirit and F-22 Raptor with new tactics in Indo-Pacific to counter China. Let's get into the details. The training comes at a time when it's evident that China is increasingly using its military to dominate the South China Sea and push the U.S. out. A recent example is the harassment of USS Decatur. To know more, please click the video on the above card. China claims nearly all of the South China Sea. This is a major dispute since Malaysia, Brunei, Taiwan, Indonesia, the Philippines, as well as Vietnam also have competing claims on certain parts of the South China Sea. China has tried imposing a unilateral decision as per which all ships entering these waters need to identify itself to the Chinese military. United States, Japan, Australia, and India favor freedom of navigation. Viewers may note that the sea route is very important since half of the global merchant shipping and half of the world's oil shipment pass through it. The sea is thought to have 11 billion barrels of untapped oil and 190 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. China has reclaimed a lot of lands artificially. It's constructed military airfields and hangars, as well as deployed anti-ship and air-to-surface missiles. Large bases are prime targets for preemptive strikes, and even stealth aircraft like B-2 and F-22 are vulnerable while sitting on the ground at a well-known base. Keeping that in view, in recent times, U.S. Air Force is perfecting strategy to disperse its assets. Going forward, these jets will increasingly operate from smaller and more discreet bases. B-2 have used a smaller base on a coral limestone atoll in the mid-Pacific called Wake Island, instead of taking off and landing at Pearl Harbor. It's also implemented hot reloading, in which fuel and weapons are replenished without the engines being stopped. This reduces the time on the ground with quick turnarounds and also increases the sortie rate. In a similar move, F-22s from the 380th Air Expedition Wing at Al Dhafra Air Base in the UAE were deployed in a discrete base in the Middle East for possible intervention in Syrian front. This is the implementation of Rapid Raptor concept, as per which F-22s will have the ability to be deployed anywhere in the world within just 72 hours and operate from bases with limited infrastructure. The B-2 Spirit was developed to take over the United States Air Force's vital penetration missions, able to travel deep into enemy territory to deploy their ordnance, which could include nuclear weapons. The B-2 is a flying wing aircraft, meaning it has no fuselage or tail. The blending of low observable technologies with high aerodynamic efficiency and large payload makes B-2 Spirit the most potent bomber in the world. Even after around 2 decades from its introduction on the 1st of January 1997, there's still nothing to match it. B-2's range of approximately 6,900 miles or 11,000 kilometers gives it the capability to strike mainland China. B-2 has an excellent payload that makes even a single one to be extremely destructive. It has 2 internal bays for ordnance and payload with an official limit of 40,000 pounds, 18,000 kilograms, and maximum estimated limit of 50,000 pounds, 23,000 kilograms. Apart from different types of conventional bombs, B-2 can carry 16 B-61 or B-83 nuclear bombs on rotary launcher assembly. The B-61 is a variable yield, kiloton range weapon. Tactical versions, mods 3, 4, and 10, can be set to 0.3, 1.5, 5, 10, 45, 60, 80, or 170 kiloton explosive yield. The strategic version, B-61 Mod 7, has 4 yield options with a maximum of 340 kilotons. B-83 is the most powerful free-fall nuclear weapon in the United States arsenal, with a maximum yield of 1.2 megatons of TNT. To give viewers a perspective, Little Boy atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima had a yield of 15 kilotons of TNT, and Fat Man atomic bomb that was detonated over Nagasaki had a yield of 21 kilotons of TNT. F-22 Raptor is a 5th-generation, single-seat, twin-engine, all-weather stealth tactical fighter aircraft developed for the United States Air Force by defense major Lockheed Martin. F-22 program is one of the most technically challenging and costly programs to have ever been undertaken. The F-22 still cannot be exported under American federal law to protect its stealth technology, and other high-tech features clearly indicating that it has many closely guarded secrets. F-22 Raptor is the first operational aircraft to combine supercruise and supermaneuverability. Supercruise is the ability to have sustained supersonic flight without having to use the highly inefficient afterburners, giving the Raptor the ability to pursue targets with high speed and long ranges. F-22 incorporates supermaneuverability, which makes it a capable dogfighter. Its maneuverability is at the top of the stack and is demonstrated by its ability to fight off Pugachev's Cobra maneuver. The Raptor has an AN/APG-77 radar, which is still the best radar to be mounted on a fighter. The AN/APG-77 radar features a low observable, active aperture, electronically scanned array that can track multiple targets under any weather conditions. It has a range of around 400 kilometers against a 1 meter squared target. This radar can be used for electronic attack by focusing its signals on the enemy to overload their sensors. The radar changes frequencies more than 1,000 times per second to resist jamming. F-22 Raptor is developed from grounds up to be stealthy. F-22 is the stealthiest fighter ever built and has very low radar cross-section of only 0.0001 meters squared. Stealth is very difficult to achieve. China has found it very hard to perfect even today. Reports have emerged that a Sukhoi Su-30 MKI of the Indian Air Force managed to detect the Chinese Chengdu J-20 jet fighter, which is touted to be a stealth aircraft. Chinese military assets in the South China Sea are designed for anti-access and aerial denial. But with B-2 Spirit and F-22 Raptor, U.S. can penetrate these defenses and strike back. B-2 Spirit and F-22 Raptor deployment in the Indo-Pacific is also about sending a message to China that the U.S. is not backing down.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.